talking to myself. I'm be talking to somebody.
How much time we got, Shelton? Because I got something I got to ask you, brother.
We got about 10 minutes, man. Let's run another 10 minutes, man. That's cool.
Okay, so how there you're dead at the set in the middle of your dream, and you know you're pursuing it, and you're going through it, and those hard times hit you. What are some methods that you use, man, I guess, to just keep yourself going and keep yourself keeping on pushing?
Because if I stop, then I know what the outcome is going to be. If I quit, then I know I'm not going to accomplish it. At least if I keep going, it can possibly happen. It's going to happen. I use different language now, man. As I get older, I use different language. I see different things, because you just have to know, why did I start this in the first place? Because that stuff is going to come. Whether you live in your dream or pursuing your dream or pursuing somebody else's dream, stuff is going to happen. Stuff is going to come. Things are going to happen in your life that you're not going to like. So why not doing that at the same time you got a dream? You got something you can look at. You got something you can put your hands on and say, that's something that I'm building. Because rather than going through all this for nothing, because if you don't have nothing and you just quit on your dream, you quit on yourself, you can expect everybody else to quit on you. Because you know why? You didn't love yourself. You didn't love yourself to keep going. So how can you expect anybody else to love and appreciate what you're doing? And again, it's not for them, because your paradigm is based upon your experiences in life. So why did you have the dream? And then who gave you the dream? Who gave you that passion? Who gave you that desire? And what do you want to do with that desire? What is your end game? That's what keeps you going, man. What's the end game? And just motivate yourself, encourage yourself, be your biggest fan. That's what kept me going, though, man. It didn't matter, man. I told you, bro, I was in the church that I grew up in Crockett, bro, in East Texas, man, the church I grew up in. First annual economic conference over there that I had, the first time in that city. And they said, nobody's really giving back to this city. Nobody's really caring about this city because it's the oldest county in Texas, also one of the poorest, brother. Right? And so I'm trying to go back and give back, because a lot of my people down there, man, loved ones, family members, whatever. So I'm loving the city, right? Go down there. They read the announcement in church or whatever. Now, mind you, before that, they were talking about the kids playing sports and all that, and everybody's, oh, yeah, amen, oh, yeah, hand clapping, right? Everything was lovely, right? They read the announcement and read the flyer, not one hand clap, not one amen, not one good job. Now, my dad said that they said something about it after the fact, after I left, because I left the church to go to my mom's house to barbecue for Mother's Day, right? But none of that. Now, I went to my parents' house and immediately made a video and put it on Facebook. Be your biggest fan. Cheer yourself on. I didn't go bashing the church. I didn't go bashing the people, because I understand what I was dealing with. You're dealing with a mindset and mentality. And I say this all the time in the conversation me and Mr. Darrell Muhammad, we talking about that. He always told me, say, Shelton, remind the people, if the mind not right, you'll never accomplish anything. So get your mind right. That's what I would say, though, man. In a long-winded way of all that, get your mind right first. Because if your mind not right, the destination, you won't get there. You won't get there.
I think you're giving everybody what they need to hear right now, my brother. I think if you're serious about pursuing your dream and pursuing your goals, there's nothing else really my man Shelton can say. It's literally like life or death. It's life or death, because like I told you before, like I can't go back. Like if I go back, it's over. Like that's it. It's a wrap for Kreg, Stewart. There's no more of him. It's that guy. And like the person that I am and the person that I become, man, I literally strive to keep pushing myself every day to be better.
Yes.
Like I want people to realize, like, if you're not, I want to make sure I'm saying this right. Like if you're not working on your dream, which is business or pursuing your goal or pursuing that side of being yourself or becoming yourself, the person you're meant to be. I want to make sure everybody understands, too, there's a whole other side to the game when it comes to becoming or owning that business that you're trying to pursue, too. You can't just change and become a person for your business. You got to make sure you change and become a better person for yourself, not for everybody else. Because if you don't change for yourself, you change it for the wrong reasons. You're going to go back to the same person that you were. You got to sit back, think, and realize why you started your dream, why you started doing this, why you started to grow, and realize that the path that you're taking is the right path. You just got to add extra on top of that. And for me, it was I stopped smoking tobacco. Well, I stopped smoking Black and Milds, cigars. That was my thing. I had to have that Jazz Black and Mild, wood tip cigar, 89 cents.
I used to like
every
the wine.
Day, all day.
I used to like the wine.
Every day, all day.
Tip.
I used to drink the wine too, but then I found out that Jazz was 99 cents, so I went the cheaper route.
I feel you, man.
But when I could afford a wine, I balled out and get a wine, but that was my thing. The whole cigars was my thing. And for me, I was like, okay, I smoked a cigar every day. Not just 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 sometimes in a day, just sitting in the truck all day, smoking cigars, not even realizing that I'm killing myself every day that I'm smoking this cigar. I'm not doing nothing, accomplishing nothing by smoking a cigar. So I challenge myself. I say, okay, you want to be this podcaster. You want to be this motivational speaker. You want to change lives. You want to do all this. But how you going to do all this if you ain't changing your damn self? How you going to accomplish this if you ain't willing to put it all on the line for yourself? So I invested in myself. It doesn't have, I don't want people think that when they hear investing, it's money. It's, I got to spend cash. I got to do all, no. Investing is time. It's energy. It's working out every day.
Yeah.
It's working out twice a day. Shelton, I went to work at 4 p.m. Brother, I got off work at 3 a.m. I worked out. After I got off work, from 4, 5, sometimes 6 in the morning when the kids got up. When I got up, got done, did my little workout or whatever, I went to sleep, of course. Got back up, I worked out again before I went to work. This is twice a day for 2 months, man, literally straight. Well, I just did this twice a day for 2 months, man, just straight up working out because for me, it was I had to go all in with podcasting because it was my passion. It was something that I loved. It was something that I knew if I couldn't be the same guy that I was before trying to pursue the dream that I'm trying to accomplish, and that's podcasting, being this motivational speaker, making sure I show black kids that, hey, I grew up in the hood. I'm that guy that you are. I can be whatever I want to be. You can be the same thing. I got a son that looks up to me. I got a son that's watching my every step. And if my son sees me eating fast food every day, man, smoking tobacco every day, man, just laying up being lazy, all I want to do is watch sports and talk crap all day, that's not going to work. What kind of seed am I planting in my son when he see me doing that every day? That's all he do. I'm going to make a lazy-ass kid that's going to grow up to be a lazy adult. And I can't live with myself knowing that I have that much responsibility. Oh, Shelton, I don't know if you knew, brother, but I'm having another son. I found out last Thursday. Wife was pregnant, of course, already. I don't know if I told
working out what all you were doing.
Yeah, I was putting in that work too, shit. I still got a little groove up in me, man.
You weren't doing nothing but push up.
I still got a little groove up in me, man. Let me make sure I shout out the wifey, my wife, Samantha Stewart, for holding it down with my son, Kyson Alexander Stewart, and Mr. KJ Jr. Holding it down for just being the woman that she is, beautiful, hardworking, just everything that I could ever want in my life. And she done dealt with me for this long. I don't know why she's still with me, because I'm crazy with all my dreams and my goals, and she sit there and listen to me, man, and be like, yeah, I support you, baby. Keep going. Keep doing what you do. But she also reeled me back in, Shelton, when you just get too, I guess, astronomical with my goals. She know how to reel me back in and get me right. So, I thank her for just holding me down and being the best woman that she is. But make sure you got to get a wifey a shout out.
Oh, yeah, man. Shout out to my wife as well. Shout out, Loretta.
Right.
Appreciate you. She called me Slash because I'm always on the next thing. She like, Slash, you on to this, you on to this, you on to this, you on to this.
Oh.
So I appreciate her for dealing with me as well, man. Thank you, my queen. I appreciate it. You know, but I think that's important, though. I mean, that's important, though, to have. That's what gives you the balance in your life, though, and that makes it just, you know, really doable, you know, because real
gotta
life
have that
is
balance.
real people. You have to have the balance, and it's important. And then sometimes you have people in your life to remind you, hey, y'all balance, you know, and so sometimes, you know, you have to be willing enough to, oh, you know, you're right. You know, and then care enough to do it. You know, care enough to really just hear somebody else besides yourself. Because oftentimes, man, we as podcasters and people that talk a lot, sometimes, you know, we don't listen too well. So I would encourage us to be better listeners. I'll start with myself, to be better listeners of other people and also just of yourself, and listen to what the universe is saying. Because, you know, if you pay attention, you know, you can learn something every day. You can learn something each and every day to help you get you over this hump, if you will. Episode 5, man. I think episode 5. So yeah, this has been really cool, brother. I mean, it's been really cool, and it's been a really interesting show. And
episode 5. We got a week's worth of episodes for them. So if they can't get to it today, you can get to this episode today when you get off work. If you can't finish, I know everybody work at a call center or somewhere. I see you call center people. I'm not hating. I want everybody in the call center to make. If you gotta pause it right now and go get you and answer them phone calls, I understand. Pause it. Cool. We're gonna come back. It's gonna be right here on Think About It Radio. Make sure you subscribe and listen to the podcast, man. It's the reason we're doing this. It's the reason we're doing this. I want to make sure everybody they take the time and realize that my man Shelton is putting in this work, not just working. But my man is on Facebook, Instagram every day, promoting his business, is doing what he's supposed to do as a black man, making sure he spread the opportunity back to his people.
I try, bro.
And that's all you can ask. And that's all you can ask of anybody else, man, to spread that opportunity back. But people got to be willing to jump on it. Yeah. And people got to be willing to take that risk on themselves, too. Can you talk about... Oh, hold on. Let me wait a minute, Sean. Do we have enough time?
Evidence.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I got it, bro. As a previous conversation I had before we got online, you know I have time.
You know, I'll take that, boy. We'll keep going, man.
Yeah, but you're right. But you're right, though, man. I mean, you have the false evidence appearing real. Fear. We get in our own way a lot of times. And I said, I'm definitely passionate about that, man. Don't get in your way. And don't let people tell you what you can't do, man. The reason why I'm so passionate about that, man, because I told you I grew up with asthma real bad as a kid, and I felt strange, and I felt like God just really took a crap on me in my life because He threw me in the country with all these people running around and all these athletes and stuff, and I can't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. Couldn't play kickball, dodgeball, nothing that kind of stuff, nothing. And so it just really made me feel upset. But then I realized, man, that I had more value than just what I thought, you know, and so I was able to know myself and internalize within myself, right, and become more passionate about who I was as an individual. I learned to laugh. I learned to love. I learned that, you know what, even though I had this, it didn't kill me. It didn't take me out. It was inconvenience, right, but it didn't take me out. Right. So it was I wasn't fearful of things now because I felt like I struggled when I was younger just to be who I am right now because I went through that and I went through those things, man. Like I told you, bro, it was a crazy experience, man. I mean, bro, I was in the 8th grade. I couldn't even swallow, bro. I mean, I'm just looking crazy all at the face, man. I know I got talked about. So my resilience of how people's opinion of me felt, you know, that kind of went away at a young age because we talk about life and death, you know, so I'm not really caring about how I'm looking. How you feeling about me and what you thinking about me. It wouldn't give me no play no way, right? Because I had asthma. I don't know what they got to do with anything, but, you know, I guess they want to be the girl that caused the asthma attack. I don't know.
Right.
They don't want that on their conscience. Oh, Lord, I killed her. But I don't maybe they didn't want that on their conscience. I don't know. But all I'm saying, though, man, is that you just have to know who you are. And going through life, man, and going through these different trials in life will help you. Either you're going to be better or bitter. But you choose. You choose which one you're going to be. And then that dash we talk about, that birth date, that death date, then that right there is how you spend your days. Because if you spend every waking moment, rah, 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 you bitter. You bitter. You're not going to see better. You're not going to even appreciate better because you're not going to even recognize it because you're bitter. Man, I see people all the time, man, driving, and I just watch them. They on their phones and stuff, driving while they're looking down at their phone. I just be looking at them, and like they don't even see me looking at them. You know what I mean? Because you're just so distracted. Now, what if I had bad intentions? You wouldn't even see it coming because your mind. So get your mind right. Keep your mind right. Think about a radio. Get your mind right. Disorderly conduct is there to get your mind right. Y'all want to set up appointments, consultations for some motivational speaking events. You got some schools out there, some daycare centers. I mean, even to some nursery